What's going on, guys? It's Dad and D.
Back at it again.
Today we are with the Challenger. I got to thinking about it, and I realized that we never really made a full-length video about this thing, showcasing it. I made the video about surprising him with it, but we never really got into what the Challenger has to offer. We have a couple of things. Like I said, we've never been underneath the Challenger to see what's going on underneath there. As far as I can see, there's no oil leaks or nothing like that, but we've never actually been under it.
Yeah.
So today we're going to get her up on ramps, get underneath of it, kind of see what we got going on. We just want to showcase the Challenger today, and hope you guys enjoy it. You ready to get into this?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get the ramps out and get her up on them. See you guys in a second. So, obviously this is the engine bay of the Challenger. There is a Magnuson supercharger on it. I can't remember the exact specs. I'll put them on the screen in this corner somewhere. But yeah, Magnuson supercharger. I haven't had it dynoed yet. I really want to get it dynoed. I was thinking we might put a catch can on it as well because there's no catch can. I think that would benefit it a lot. The people that installed this, like I said, was out in California. The supercharger itself is right around, I think, $7,000, I believe, right? Is that what that was? Or was it like $4,000?
I think 4.
I think maybe it was 4. I'll look it up. And like I said, I'll put like the ad for it here. But anyways, they did a power steering pump delete to help, I guess, with drag on the motor. Somebody was really trying to push some horsepower with this car. I can't wait to get it on the dyno and find out exactly how much horsepower this thing has. From what I was reading online, the supercharger itself gives it an extra 125-ish. And with it being the 5.7 liter Hemi, they push right around 300 anyway. So I'm thinking right around 500. There was another one I seen on Facebook. The guy pretty much had the exact same setup as we did, except for he had I think it was a 6.1 SRT motor, I think, with the supercharger, and he was pushing over 500. So relatively the same amount. It does have a hookup for a fuel pressure sensor or fuel pressure gauge. As you can see, like I said, Magnuson. From what I've done some investigating on these superchargers. They are very reliable. They're made for daily driven cars. They're made for long distance driving. There's a thing in it, I guess, to where when you're just cruising, the supercharger's not active. But as soon as you get on it, like, I don't know, 4,000 RPMs or something like that, supercharger kicks in. And boy, when we took that drive to Cincinnati in this thing, when you got on it, it pushed you back in the seat, didn't it? Like, it really, you can tell when it kicks in, but it definitely, even though the supercharger's not active when you're driving it, you can still hear the whine. So when you pull up to a stoplight, stop sign, whatever, and you want to put it in neutral and rev it up a little bit, boy, does it get some attention because you hear that whine. We love it. So as you heard in the video earlier, when you get on it and you're revving it up a little bit, she definitely has a little crackle to her. So we were excited to hear that too. So, but yeah, that's the engine bay. Like I said, I don't know much about it. I do know they put new injectors in it. They put new coil packs on it. I mean, the video doesn't do it justice. The engine bay is so clean. Like, It's unbelievably how clean this is. Now, granted,
Such a clean car.
yeah. like I said, this car came from California. I have the, without giving it completely away, I have the California temp tag right here. So, like, she came from California. The engine bay is immaculate. That's the word I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's absolutely, like, it's not dirty at all. Granted, me and Dee really haven't drove it that much.
Yeah.
We drove it to Cincinnati. That's about the longest drive we've had in it so far. Me and the wifey, we've drove it to before I got fired, we drove it to a sales banquet. I threw a check engine light then, but it was because somebody left this clamp here loose on it. And once I figured out this was loose, like I could take this pipe completely off by hand, I tightened this clamp up. Haven't had a check engine light since. There are a couple little things we noticed that there was some shortcuts taken on the car. One of being when they did this filler neck, instead of putting like a cap on this, they decided to put a plastic plug in it. So we do have a little bit of oil seepage right down in this area because that cap is leaking because they didn't put a rubber grommet on it. They just put a clip in it, and obviously filler neck, oil pressure, it seeps out. So we're going to try to find a rubber cap to at least cap this off so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But other than that, I mean, we have the cooler for the supercharger. I want to get a cold air intake for it as well. Keep the supercharger nice and cool. Get that cold air put in the supercharger, which I know will increase the horsepower a little bit. I know it's not much, but it's a little bit. So I want to get a nice cold air intake for it. So yeah, we'll get onto that. Obviously, with a supercharger comes premium fuel. Getting further into it, it has TSW wheels. When we got it, they had all the caps painted black. Really, really crappy black color. So me and Dom took the time and we cleaned all the caps on all 4 tires because all 4 of them was that way. Yeah. Now, we went to get these refinished, and so as I don't know if even if I've showed it in a video before. Oh, that's right, because I deleted that footage about us going to get the wheels refinished. So we originally was going to go get the wheels resurfaced, because whoever owned this did not care about these wheels. We looked these wheels up, and they're actually a decent wheel. They're really wide. I can't remember the specs on them. I'd have to look on the backside again. I might actually have a picture of it. If I do, I'll post that picture right here in the video so you guys can see the specs of the wheels. But as you can see, like, somebody really curbed the crap out of these wheels. Now,
the other side is worse.
Yeah, the other side was worse. The passenger side is definitely worse. We went to go get the front wheels refinished, and they wanted to refinish the wheels for more than what the wheels actually were worth. Brand new. I could buy a brand new one for cheaper than what they wanted. They wanted like $3,000 to refinish these wheels. Yeah. And then it wasn't even going to be the matte bronze like we have on the wheels right now. It was going to be a gloss bronze, and that's not what we wanted. We wanted the matte to go with the pearl black that the car sets in, color-wise, because we love this color.
It looks really
it's called Phantom Pearl Black, and it's beautiful. I mean, I got a black Ram. Got to keep the black Challenger. You know, it's a pair. And then the wife even has a black Palisades. For God's sake, we love our black cars in this family. Yeah. So we replaced this fuel cap here. I don't know if I got a video of that either, but we replaced the fuel cap here. I painted the letters like a bronze color to match the rest of the car, but we replaced this fuel cap because the other one was chipping real bad. It's actually in the other video that I'll have linked in the bottom showing the fuel cap and how it was all chipped and everything.
And wasn't it like leaking or something?
No, it wasn't leaking, but the paint was all chipping. We still need to get this plastic piece around the taillights replaced because it is broke. I tried to like plastic weld it and it did not stick. Mostly because I tried to do it while I was on the car. I couldn't get to the backside, so the backside wasn't welded. So it wound up breaking some. So I'm just going to try to find one and replace it. They want them online for like $200. I'm trying to find a wreck Challenger with one that's in good shape, and then I'm probably just going to steal it off there and replace ours.
And it could be in any year, because they're pretty much the same.
So yeah, like I said, back on the wheels, like when they were installing the lug nuts, obviously they wasn't using a protector on any of the sockets that they were using to get the lug nuts off. I mean, the wheels, like I said, are chewed up. Now, with that being said, me and Dom took this wheel off, the passenger side wheel, and sanded it down here, the lip, because this lip was absolutely awful. I think I still have pictures of it. If I have pictures of it, I'll post it. But yeah, the lip was absolutely awful. And I took a grinder and a sander. We sanded it all down. We got it nice and smooth. And it actually looks better now, being unfinished, than it did before I sanded it down. So right now it's untreated. I want to see if I can find some metal filler and fill in some of these scratches. And then I'm going to find some place that can powder coat these for me, and then get the bronze powder coat put back on them. So once that happens, I'll make a video of that, and you guys can follow along and getting these wheels refinished. Like I said, I'm going to try to resurface them myself, and then have somebody else powder coat them matte bronze for us. So yeah. On the interior, the car is absolutely beautiful on the interior. Once again, California car. The carpet's a little dirty. I have been driving in it a little bit, but no rips in the leather seats. She's a little wrinkled here and here, but I think I have a way I learned on YouTube how to take care of that, so that's pretty cool. But the seats have no tears in them, and I plan on keeping it that way. Seat belts, not faded. The console, beautiful condition. A little dirty from coffee that I had in here one day. But yeah, console's beautiful. It has the original radio from the factory. Tell me if you know another Challenger that somebody has the original radio in it. CD player at that, guys. If you remember the CD player, make sure you hit the like button down below, because do you remember CDs? Do you know what a CD is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why do you know what a CD is?
Because
Daddy still listens to CDs, right? Exactly. But yeah, it's a CD player. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Another cool part about this being a California car, I mean, passenger seats clean. There's absolutely zero stains in this car, inside this car. But the other really, really cool thing about this is it's really hard to find a car or a Challenger this year that doesn't have the warping going around the vents here. These are still flat. There's a little bit of warp starting, but these are still flat to the vents. That side's a little bit worse of wear over there. And I'll get a video, or I'll take the camera around over there and show you guys. But still not near as bad as some of the other ones we've seen. So for this being a 2014, the dash is as straight as can be. So I'm absolutely in love with that. So we have heated seats as well for 2014, which I thought was really cool. Has a GPS in the factory head unit. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's severely out of date, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah. So the rear seats, that's K-Man's seat. But yeah, the rear seats, no tears, no fading, no scratches on the leather. Like, the rear seat is beautiful as well. The carpet's immaculate, no stains or tears in the carpet. I mean, like I said, it's a little dirty. We've been riding in it. I want to get floor mats for it, but I'm going to try to find some factory 2014 Challenger floor mats. I thought that would be kind of cool. RT floor mats. I thought that'd be sick. The back, no fade in the back tray. No stains in the back tray. The roof liner, beautiful. We don't have the starlit roof liner in this, and I don't plan on putting it in here either. I'm not touching this car, really. Yeah. She's going to stay exactly how she is. She's just a beautiful, beautiful car.
Considering how good of condition she is.
Exactly. So the one issue we do have with the interior is the armrests. It's kind of janky. It's kind of loose. I'm going to try to maybe figure out how I can just tighten this up a little bit. I do know that these rubber things can be adjusted to tighten it up a little bit. If not, then there are other ways to make that work. But this is the problem. This is the only issue we have. But usually my arm's on it anyways, so we don't hear it vibrate. But yeah, that's about the only, like, I would say janky part about the interior is that center armrest. Yeah. But the lights in the cup holder still work, which is amazing. Has the original shift knob on it, so it's like, to be honest with you, you could not ask for a much better car than this.
Original wheel.
Yeah, the original wheel with no tarnishing around the top of the wheel, which is another hard thing to find in these cars because when they're driven, There's a scuff mark here from something and here, but when it comes to tarnish or driving it, there's no wear on the steering wheel, which is beautiful. The buttons on the steering wheel are still clean.
Still work.
And still work. All of them still work. So, yeah. The interior, like I said, is just absolutely gorgeous. The door panels are beautiful. They're not stained, not tore. They're not loose. So the door handles haven't been pushed on a lot. I mean, look, the buttons aren't even worn down over here. I mean, if this car was driven a lot, these buttons would be worn down. The auto wouldn't be showing and stuff. So, yeah, once again, like, I can't say how beautiful, I can't say enough how beautiful this interior is in this car. Once again, from California. The body has some little scuffs in it, door ding there. There's a scratch here, and then she has some surface scratches on her, like here, but they're not deep. Like they're not down to the paint or down to the metal at all. So I think a lot of these scratches that's on this car can be buffed out. I don't know how to buff. It's something that I want to learn, and I can teach him to learn. I do have a buddy that knows how to buff cars, but I want to get in contact with him, see if I can bring it over so we can get it buffed so he can teach us. I don't want him to do it for me because I thought about hiring a detail company to come detail it for me, but it's something that I want to learn to do myself.
Yeah.
So then I know it's getting done right and getting done to my standards and how I want it done. And then it's something that I can pass on to him because that was never passed on to me because I never had anybody in my life that's ever buffed a car. So we'll get it buffed out, and then that'll be exciting to start taking it to more car shows and car meets with it being buffed. Have this Phantom Black just, because it's dirty right now because I haven't been driving it a whole lot, but there's a sparkle in this paint that is just, and like I said, I don't even think you can see it right now because of how dirty she is, but there's a sparkle in this paint that is just unbelievable. Amazing. But yeah. 2014, when I bought her, she had 82,000 miles on her. Came from just south, I believe, of San Francisco, California. So the rust is almost nothing. But yeah, but anyways, we've never been underneath of it. So we're going to get you guys underneath the car with us. And for the first time, see what we have underneath the Challenger that we've owned since March. And we haven't been underneath. So yeah, we're going to get underneath. Got the cardboard laid down. I was going to use a roller, but we're kind of on a slant, so I don't want to go like rolling underneath the car too far. But yeah, we'll get underneath and see what we find.
See what surprises are underneath here.
Yeah,
there could be anything under here.
There could be, or there could be nothing, and I mean that's what I'm hoping for. Is there's nothing underneath of there, but we're gonna see. So let's go. All right, guys. So we're under here. I lost my hat. It fell off my head. So we're looking under the Challenger right now.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, they are using self-tapper screws to hold in this bottom splash pan or the belly pan, and they've grinded so much stuff with the bottom of this car that it's ground the head of the self-tapper almost completely off the car. That is insane.
There's so many rocks.
As you can see, there's another one right here. And there is some oil seepage down here, but I think it's where they installed the supercharger and then they just did not clean up the oil from it. Because I don't see any oil leaks from anywhere. So I'm going to keep looking, but like I said, I don't see any drips from anywhere. So I think it's from where they installed the supercharger and then just didn't clean the underbody of it.
This is dirty in here.
Yeah, so they probably didn't clean the underbody very well. But look, got that one out, and look what they did to the head of that bolt. It's ground down too. So they've been either they've been hitting a lot of parking blocks or a lot of curbs with the front of this bar. I mean, there's a big dent right there too.
I feel like if it was parking blocks, you'd be able to see the yellow from the parking blocks.
If the parking blocks had yellow on them.
Yeah, I guess they did. Some of them don't.
See, look. I mean, there's no oil on the bottom of the engine. The AC's clean. The lines, there's no oil on any of the lines. And it looks like to me they've also replaced the engine mounts on here.
Yeah.
The oil filter's not leaking. It looks like we might have some seepage around the oil pan. So we might have to wind up replacing the oil pan gasket here soon. It might be in the next spring project because she's not leaking right now, and I've checked the oil and the oil level's staying the same. So I'm not so worried right now. Like I said, that might be a next spring project or over the wintertime project. But yeah, I don't see any oil coming from up top, and that's where I would be more worried to see it coming from anywhere. And I don't see it coming from anywhere up there. I mean, there's the block, and it's clean. There's no oil on it. They painted the block black. I think they've actually had this block out at one point. Oh, I see a tag. I wonder if I could get that service tag. I don't think I can. But yeah, look, there's the engine mount. Practically, I mean, to me, it looks brand freaking new. It's super shiny, and that gasket looks crispy. Like, it looks clean as can be.
They've also hit the exhaust on the
So, yeah. I mean, the engine block looks super clean. There's not a lot of room under this thing. She's very, very lowered. But if I can touch the engine block... Oh, just touch the manifold.
It's probably hot.
But, yeah, I mean, see? No oil on my fingers.
Frame.
So I definitely feel like it's the oil's left over from when they installed the supercharger.
Even the subframe has been scratched up.
Yeah, I mean... The exhaust... They bottomed out the exhaust here. Oh, good, that's not hot. The exhaust is kind of scratched up, but like I said, she's lowered pretty good too. They've plugged a O2 sensor here. There's no light on the dash for an O2 sensor, so that, I mean, must be okay. They must have reprogrammed it to delete it. A lot of work's been done to this car, though. I mean, the upkeep's been pretty freaking spectacular on it. Somebody that's owned it before me has put some work into it. And like I said, there's an orange tag right up there. I'd like to try to get that tag out if I can. I don't know if I can. I might have to wait until the car cools down to try to get that tag out. But, yeah.
God.
Anyways.
Oh my God.
This is the underbody of it. Seeing no rust under this car is a beautiful thing to see, especially living where we live. Pretty much all the cars have rust here.
Because we get a lot of snow.
Yeah. So having a car with no rust is just absolutely amazing because it's one less thing I have to fix. My poor truck out there, like, she is ate up underneath with rust, surface rust all over her underbody because she's a Canadian truck. So, yeah. It's nice to have one that doesn't have a lot of rust. We didn't get the oil cap thing taken care of yet. I have to get a little rubber cap for that somewhere. Sure, they can't be that expensive on Amazon.
Probably like maybe $5-10.
Yeah, something to that effect. So, we'll get one of those ordered, those caps, and then get it installed. Take care of that. But all in all, I'm happy with the underbody of it. It's really clean.
Yeah.
So get that oil residue taken care of and get that cleaned up the next time. And then we can maybe track down where, if that oil is coming from anywhere, where it's coming from. If not, if it doesn't come back, then we know that it was from when they changed the supercharger or put the supercharger on it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm ready to go inside and get some food and probably a nice cold bottle of water.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
Because it's very hot out here.
Yeah, it is hot today. But Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like.
And subscribe button.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.